So I've been using Kit email marketing platform for about the last 18 months, and I'll share with you some of the more advanced features I've been using to help with my engagement and product sales. Let me first just start by logging into Kit, and I'll show you what I mean. So first advanced feature I use it pretty much on all my forms, and I'll show you. Let's say I'm just gonna sign up on my homepage. Let's create an email like this one and subscribe. So what happens once you click on subscribe, or you subscribe to my lead magnet, you actually end up on this page. And notice what's cool here. Not only do I get questions here, but notice in the URL, you actually have the first name and then you have the email. So in this case, it's the test email I just indicated. So that's being passed to my website. This is the welcome page. And this form here is made with Tally, and Tally is able to take it from the URL and then just save it. So now as a customer or as a newsletter subscriber, I can just click from here. Let's say I want to optimize my website, I'm a freelancer, and submit. And now I'm going to get all this data. So if I look at Tally, this is the data I get. I have already almost 2,000 responses. Not only is this great if you want to just learn more about your subscribers so that you can segment or maybe sell one of your courses or products, or just send out even more specific content based on what they answered here. And added bonus is that advertisers love this type of data. You're not going to provide anybody's email to the advertiser, but you're going to just say, but you're able to tell them something like, hey, 30% of my subscribers are freelancers and 35% are in-house marketeers. And they're going to love you for this. Because for advertisers, this is extremely helpful to know, and this way you can set yourself apart. You look just more professional when you have this kind of information. You can ask anything you want, but just keep it short. In my case, it's just 2 questions, but you can also ask maybe up to 3. Don't make it too long. And I want to just show you how it looks like in Kit. So here's the form. This is the homepage form. When I go to settings, doesn't look like much. I just have this URL. But then here in advance, you're able to enable this send subscriber data to thank you page. So they'll pass the first name, email address, and the ID in the URL. And this is super helpful. So in Tally, if we take a look, and by the way, I'm using the free account here. If I go to edit, so here, if you just scroll down and click on this plus and just search for hidden, and you can see hidden fields and insert, and then you can add whatever you need. But because you're using Kit, you can add first name as like this with the lower dash or whatever you call this, and then you have email, just add it like that, and it will automatically populate those fields from the URL. So you can see here, if you're not sure how to use it, you can learn more about hidden fields from here. But it's super useful feature because then you don't need to ask for the email nor for the first name, because you already know that in Kit. Now, the second advanced feature I want to show you, it took me quite long to find actually a solution for this one, because traditionally, if you want to send out an offer with a discount, you just pick a date like Black Friday, and then you just blast your whole email list. And in that case, you don't even know if that person just joined your newsletter or maybe they've been there for years. It just doesn't have any difference in that case. But instead, I actually wanted something more tailored. I wanted to send out an offer specifically to people that have completed my welcome email sequence, because as part of that, I provided lots of freebies. I provided a lot of value through my content. So this is a good point to actually sell my course as well, because they're very engaged. I know they have a problem at this point. So why wait until fixed date? No, I wanted to send out at this point. But unfortunately, I just couldn't find a solution, so I built a tool for this. That's where a loop offer comes in. A loop offer is an official app in Kit, and you just come here in automations, apps, and then if you filter by e-commerce, you can see loop offer here. So the way it works now, I can go to my automations, and all I have to do is add a tag that I select. It can be any tag, but in this case, it's loop offer real. Once this tag is added, the person gets a deadline. And the way you set the deadline, so this is a loop offer campaign, and here you can see that I've set this to 48 hours. The deadline ends in 48 hours. If the person is within the deadline, if they click on the URL within the deadline, they will go to this page, which is basically my course on Thinkific, and it already applies the the discount here. However, if they miss the deadline and they are outside the 48 hours, they get redirected to this URL, which is just a page where I just mentioned that, hey, the offer has expired, so you're too late. And this just creates real urgency for that person. The deadlines are real. And for this sorry page, you can create this on your website or maybe even in Kit. It's such a simple page, and the only purpose here is to let them know that the offer has expired. So if I go back to automations, you can see once I add that tag, they have 48 hours, and I have some logic here because if they already bought from me, I don't want to show that offer. But if they haven't bought from me, then I'm gonna send them my welcome sales sequence. And in this case, it consists of 3 emails. You can see here, first one goes immediately, then the second one goes within 1 day, and then the last one is a reminder that, hey, you have 22 hours and then the offer expires. And on top of that, if you see here, there's even a countdown timer, which is based on that specific person's deadline. So for example, here, if we preview this, and then I go and preview this as a test, I have a few test users here. So this one test, you can see that if I scroll down and I click on this URL, you can see that it goes to my course page. That's great, because this person is within the deadline, and you can see that the this specific timer is also based on the deadline this person has. However, if I preview this as another test user where the deadline has expired, again, same exact email, you can see it just redirects you to the sorry, the offer has expired page. That's pretty cool, right? And on top of that, obviously the timer also here, if you scroll down, the offer has expired. So this is the first email I have it here, but I have similar emails here where we have the URL here, and then here you have the timer. So this way people know that there's a real deadline, and you can send out offers at any point of your customer's journey. You don't need to rely only on fixed dates. You can now really tailor when you send out offer and to whom. So if this sounds interesting to you, just use the link in the video description to sign up to Loop Offer. It has 14-day free trial, no credit card required, so you can test it before committing to anything. Okay, the third advanced feature is not really a feature, it's more of a experiment. I'll show you. So this is my newsletter. This is actually something I sent out some months ago, maybe a year ago. But what I want to show you here is, once you're reading it, you'll see that here you have actually this ad. Now, this company actually didn't pay me anything to advertise them, but I thought it's a great tool, and I wanted to get data on how my subscribers react to an ad, and also how many clicks I get on the ad, because later on I might want to run ads or like real ads in my newsletter. So then I'm already prepared when the advertisers come and ask, okay, what's your click-through rate to your ads? How many actually engage with it? You have all that data, because I can come here in the clicks and take a look how many clicks each of the links have received. So for example, here, site behavior, in this case, I only got 3 clicks, but anyway, that's data. You see the click-to-open rate is 1%. So it's not catastrophical, but could be higher as well. And same thing here. I have another example. This is an earlier email, I think. So you can see that the design was a little bit worse. So this also teaches you how to set it up so that it's prettier, and that, you just learn by doing, and why not start with when there's no risk. So my fourth advanced feature is kind of nice to have, because here, if I scroll down, I just have was this email useful? And then it's 2 links, yes or no. And then I can see in Kit how many people liked it and how many didn't. And this just gives me a bit of a measuring stick to see how well people respond to my content, or different type of content. Now, the added bonus here is also, if I don't know if you knew, but some email clients, they click on all the links in the email before showing the email to the user. So you basically see fake clicks, they're bot clicks. And here I have an example of my quite recent email where you can see this really well. So I have my best clicks 150 and here 144, but this is just not possible that I get this many clicks. Also, for example, this is the feedback button, the thumbs up, 150, and then thumbs down is here no, 148. I just don't believe this is true, because if I would go and click into both of these, I would see the same emails, and that's just not the person doing something, but their email clients. They're just doing that for them. Right now, I haven't found a solution for this yet. Some other email providers do filter out this kind of traffic. I hope Kit will implement that. But until then, we kind of have to live with this. And for this feature, I actually use snippets. And if you go to send and snippets, you land on this page. You can create a new snippet from here, but I already have it here. And it's super simple. It's basically the question. And then these emojis are actually just links. You can see here, if I click on it, you can see that I just added identifier. So that's question mark, opinion equals yes. And obviously for no, opinion equals no. So that way I know for that specific email, if somebody clicks on these, either just once on one of them, then I know they're happy or not happy with it. Or if they're both clicked, that's probably somebody who's using those email clients that actually click on all the links. Now, the next feature is actually really advanced. I don't know if you knew, but you can add this liquid code into your emails. So let's say I can edit this. This is an older email. And let's say if I scroll down here, this block, maybe I don't want everybody to see. For example, people that already left me a testimonial, maybe I don't want to bother them. So what I can do here, I have here this Help Kits documentation page, and it's called Advanced Email Personalization with Liquid. And Liquid enables you to add some conditional content inside of your email. So for example, I can take this one. Actually, let's grab this whole code so it's easier. I'm going to copy this, go back to my email. Now I can just add it here, and you can see they give you hints here. This will show if the subscriber has the purchased course tag. So I could now say here, now let's pretend that I have this tag set up. It's in my system. So if somebody has this tag, then this block will show up. In my case, I don't want anything to show. I'll just keep it empty. However, if they don't have this, you can see here the help text. If they don't have that tag, then I want them to see this block here. Okay, let me come here, add a paragraph, and now I can paste in this code. Because it's now within this these brackets here, it means it will be only shown to people that don't have this tag. So this opens up new possibilities. You can send the same email, but with slightly different content depending on how people have previously interacted with your newsletter. Now, the last advanced feature is pretty cool. Basically here on the growth and the recommendations, you have a section where you can recommend other creators, and other creators can recommend you. So for example, this guy here, basically he has sent 97 subscribers to me. And I'm also recommending him. So if I go to my recommendations, you can see that I've sent him 45 subscribers. So he's sending a bit more to me than I am to him. But hopefully I can make this up within time, and when I grow, I can send more to him. But you can see that we're getting subscribers without any extra effort. We just, in this case, we just came here and recommended each other in Kit. But you can also just go through the other creators, maybe send them an email or anything like that, and then create this kind of collaborations with other creators that are in your space. You can always come here and discover other creators in your area or in your niche, whatever you want. So I just wanted to mention, I think it's pretty cool. It's not something that will drive a lot of traffic, especially if you're new. Also, you need to be quite consistent. If you're not consistent, then people are not gonna recommend you if you're not able to send them traffic as well, send them subscribers as well. So definitely something to try out, but don't expect too much subscribers from this one. And just so you know, here customized, this is how it looks like. If somebody subscribes to my newsletter, they will see something like this, where there's other creators that I recommend, and they will see these guys, and they can actually subscribe to them. And same thing, if somebody subscribes to this guy, to Patrick, then they will see similar pop-up where my face will show up and people can subscribe to my newsletter through that. Now you know my tips about Kit, but without having great looking emails, you won't be able to stand out. That's why you should watch this video next, where I'll show you the 5 simple email design secrets that the pros use to boost their engagement.